Good morning, U8. So in this video, we are going through the third kind of equations here. So in this video, we are going to go through how to solve equations when there is a variable on both sides of an equation, right? So there's a letter on both sides. So far, we've only seen equations where there's the letter on one side, right? Um, So let's go through. So what we want to do here, right? The key idea is that we want the equation to go back to what we know before, and that is having the letter, the variable, only on one side. Okay? So to do that, what we're going to do is we are going to add or subtract some terms. All right? And what we're going to try to do is that we're going to try to remove things by adding and subtracting terms so that the variable is on usually the left hand side, right? So let's go through how to do it. So what's going to happen here, all right? Remember the three steps that we went through before? Well, I would like to add one extra step at the beginning, and I'm going to call this step 0. Okay? So if there are if the variable is on both sides of the equations, you need to add or subtract terms to have the variable only on one side. Okay? If the equations already has the the variable only on one side, then you don't have to do anything else. Okay? So that's why I want to call this step 0. So the first one we've got here is 7m plus 2 equal to 4m plus 14. All right? So you see there, we've got m on both sides of the equation. So basically, I want to remove the 4m on the right-hand side, okay? So that m is on the left-hand side only. So how do I remove that? Well, this is a plus 4m, right? This is a positive 4, okay? There is an invisible plus sign there. So what I want to do is I want to minus the 4m. And remember, we have to do it from both sides of the equation so that it's still an equation, right? So what we have, we're going to cancel the 4m. And on the left-hand side, 7m minus 4m, that's 3m, right? 3m plus 2. And on the right-hand side, well, now that we have canceled out the 4m, you only have the 14 left. Okay? And you see that we have come back to the kind of equation that we learned before, having only the variable on one side of the equation. Okay? And then just the 3 steps. Okay? Identify the order of operations with BODMAS, identify the inverse operations, and then apply these inverse operations with SAMDOP. Okay? So we see here the operation is going to be multiply by 3, then add 2. Okay, the inverse operation is then going to be subtract 2, then divide by 3. And we're just going to go through this quickly here. So it subtracts 2 from both sides. Going to cancel out the 2. So we have 3m on the left, and 14 minus 2 is 12 on the right. Then divided by 3, cancel out the 3. So you got m on the left and 12 divided by 4. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4 on the right. Okay, so check. All right, 7 times 4, well, that's 28. 28 plus 2, that's 30. On the right-hand side, we got 4 times 4. Well, that's 16. Then 16 plus 14, that's 30 as well. All right, so you see there, the value for m makes it so that both sides of the equations have the same value. All right. Next, we've got 5x plus 2 equal to 23 minus 2x. Right, so this time I want to get rid of the minus 2x. Okay, so have a guess. What should I do? Well, since minus 2x, right, I'm going to add 2x. I hope you see a pattern here, is that I'm doing the opposite. Okay, that's the whole thing with solving linear equations. You just do the opposite. Okay, whatever it is, just do the opposite. So plus 2x to both sides. Okay, that's going to cancel out the 2x on the right hand side. And so you have, well, on the left hand side, 5x plus 2x, that's 7x plus 2. On the right hand side, you cancel the 2x, so you only have 23 left. Okay, so the operations here is that we're multiplying the x by 7, then add a 2. Do the opposite, right? We subtract the 2 and then divide it by 7. So subtract the 2 from both sides. Going to cancel out the 2. So on the left hand side you got 7x. On the left hand on the left hand side you got 7x. On the right hand side you got 23 minus 2, which is 21. Divide both sides by 7. Cancel out the 7. On the left hand side you got x. On the right hand side you got 21 divided by 7, which is 3. Right? So x equals to 3. Let's check our answer. So left hand side, 5 times 3, that's 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. All right. Right hand side, you've got 2 times 3, that's 6. Then 23 minus 6, that's also 17 as well. Okay, so equal values. Perfect. And our final question here, final example, you got 4p equal to 9p minus 30. Right, so you've got a plus 9p here, right? Invisible plus sign. You do the opposite, so minus 9p from both sides. You're going to cancel the 9p then on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you got 4p minus 9p. Well, that's going to give you negative 5p. On the right hand side, you cancel the 9p. You only have the negative 30 left. Right, next. So the operations here. So this one is actually easier than the other two. The operations, there's only one operation, which is to multiply p by negative 5. So the opposite of that is divided by negative 5. Right? Divide both sides by negative 5. And we cancel the negative 5. Right? So left-hand side, we got p only. Left-hand side, we got p only. Right-hand side, we got negative 30 divided by negative 5, which is going to give you 6. Check our answers. Right, 2 times, sorry, not 2 times, 4 times 6 is 24. And then on the right hand side, we got 9 times 6, which is 54. 54 minus 30 is also 24. Perfect. All right. So we've gone through one more kind of linear equations. All right. We learned that we need to add a step 0 to to our method of solving linear equations. Okay. Once we dealt with this step, the other 3 steps are still the same. Okay. So follow these steps and I promise that you will be able to solve these equations. All right. So I hope that this video helps you with solving linear equations that have variables on both sides. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.